Whoa, whoa, whoa. Look at this. Match we did not know was going to happen is happening. We are back. Another edition, UT4, Elim League Season 3, hosted by UT Pugs. We've got the team that once was Hobos. I think he had to back out due to personal reasons. But Hobo's team now has several subs, as both Hobo is out and Sir is out. So they've got, looks like Ralph and Ma subbing. Pretty solid subs, we'll say. Ralph, maybe a little bit higher potential than Sir. But, as it stands, should be an absolute great one here. As the against Gabo's team. So, Hydro Crab Clan, aka, as it's far easier to say, Hydro Community College. Pretty strong team. Have some good results, and you know, U-Shots is a monster of a fragger. Absolutely fantastic stuff out of him. So, hopefully, should be a good one. My prediction, Hydro Community College takes this 2-0. Should be 3. Oh yeah, good shout, Fantasy. We have the final 3-2-1s though. We are into this game, and we're going to go make sure, get set up, get round 1 off in the way, and then we'll go fix those scores, and we're going to go on board with U-Shots. If I can get the right number keys. 70 in Darth. Darth hurting already, trying to fight for statues, unable to do so. And Ralph and Ma, not long for this world, probably. They look like they are getting collapsed on. Ma shooting those defensive combos, unable to cover both high and low ground. Does go down. Ralph, last alive, does die too. And here we go. Let me just change this up here quick. Gabo versus Darth 0-0. Sorry if things are not quite 100% right there, and we're gonna go on board. We'll give Ma. Ma has the round. We'll get Ralph the next one, and Ma runs right into Coconut, ends up going down, and Ralph fighting Hydro at water. And just going to back up, take bio, and it looks like they are currently ahead, taking down Crabs, and Hydro last alive. The Rockstar going for the Darks. I was going to say Dark Star, but that just doesn't, I mean, just because it rhymes with Rockstar, but it's a Dark Horse. He is unable to get it, goes down, unable to get anyone, and types a bunch of gibberish. He's hit the Rockstars a bit too hard. No shots from Ma able to come out there early on, and where is Ralph? Ralph zooming in. Makes it hard to spectate when the zoom in blocks the name feature, although he's getting shot from bio, shot from water. Ralph taking a pounding down here at the bottom of the map. And looks like Chris Powa is actually actively engaged with Coconut right now, getting shot. He has 20 HP to his name, and they've already lost a player. None of them are looking particularly healthy. Do trade back onto Gabo, but unable to get more, and Ralph collected at the end. Hydro Community College getting a 2-1 lead to start with, and holy moly, Coconut Crabs going off. One thing I do know about Coconut is that he does tend to be pretty good at SIG. It is one of his better maps, so good performances out of him here are not as unexpected, and he is just pushing in. Darth, unable to connect the combo. Darth primarying him off of it, does get some damage out, and now it is U-Shots, and wow, that ended up going the way of HCC very quickly, and Spam Rocket just destroys Ralph. Turns a corner right to the face. Painful. We've already been on Ma. You know what, Darth? Here you go. riveting statues gameplay. Having that extra room would just make this so much like more approachable. It just makes it so much better. I think we should be using the 2K4 version long term. Just my opinion. But Hydro stuck down at Rockets, goes down, and now it is a 3v2. U-Shots and Gabo both very low. Gabo taking down Darth, hitting him with the sniper, taking down Ma, hitting Ma with a sniper, and now it is Ralph against 2. Needs to clutch up Ralph, get this round on the board for the team you are subbing for. One sniper will take out... Actually, it will no longer take out U-Shots. U-Shots back above the snipe threshold, and Ralph just getting hit. U-Shots shooting another rocket, getting some chip damage. Ralph is absolutely falling to U-Shots rockets at these spam angles. And U-Shots coming around the corner at the right time to pick up Ralph as Ralph trades onto Gabo. 4-1 Hydro Community College taking it to what remains of Hobox's team. And it looks like who are we on? Hydro not playing aggressively. I'm used to Hydro being much more forward, but he is... Seems like he's slowing it down right now, and Hydro's surviving though. He is surviving and putting out a little bit of damage, but Ma and Chris against Gabo and Hydro, and Ma landing the early shot, taking down Gabo, and Chris taking down Hydro at about the same time. And there you have it, 2-4. I don't even remember what their name is. Maybe getting a round back and getting closer to potentially being able to do something with this. And we've already been on Ma. Where'd you go? We've already been on Ralph too. Who have we not been on? I think actually Chris Powa. And Chris Powa getting up here dirty at... I mean, he's at his position on this map. If those of you who haven't played enough games against this man, he lives at Shock Stairs. Like, he's got a tent, permanent like residence lease set up. Hydro 1v4 though, and he is trapped down at Rockets, gonna get linked down. He is totally toasted. And don't blink now, Team Sub getting another round, 4-3. And so far, it looks like only U-Shots is kind of separating from the field, but even then, not by much. Fairly even game so far. U-Shots shooting some rockets down into the minigun area. And already, Hydro Community College taking a round, or a player lead. And U-Shots falls to the pit of death at Rockets, though. But Ma is the only one left. It goes down. Able to trade kill U-Shots, but at what cost? Losing the round is not exactly worth losing, getting one player, and learning the hard way. And we're going to see Ralph. I mean, Ralph we would expect to be leading for this team. He is technically replacing their strongest player, and he might be a slight upgrade at that. Ralph very strong, capable of having good performances, very good performances, and just getting some damage out. And now Coconut is somehow doesn't take as much as he probably should have. And U-Shots and why does everyone go for that dodge that way? It's like the slowest way to make it, and you don't make it every time. But U-Shots in the 1v2, just Ma patiently not jumping into the combo. U-Shots, great shot onto Ma. U-Shots versus Chris Powa, about the same amount of health, and Chris Powa just jumps up, flak at the ready. Chris Powa's flak is terrifying. Fusion still has nightmares about it to this day. And U-Shots keeping his distance, making Chris Powa approach him, and finally able to get the health. But Chris, what? I'm just as confused as Hydro is. I don't know what just happened. Doesn't matter. Chris Powa gets the win, and you shot, like, Hydro Community College is only 1 round in the lead again. Ralph making Hydro pay for trying to get that health pack, but does take some damage in return. And Ralph and Darth, last 2 alive, and Ralph is going to back off. Darth stuck at water. Coconut is on him. Coconut is going to trade all of your health by shock primarying you. Darth, you've got to know that. He does not care. You got to get out of there. You shots taking down Ralph, and 6-4 Hydro Community College taking another 2-round lead. And I mean, who's Chris Pala? I mean, you got to go on board U-Shots, right? Where is he? Where is he? He's here. Oh, I mean, he is currently separating from the entire pack on the map. I mean, we kind of would have expected this. I think he's clearly the highest rated player on either team. Both teams are constructed more with a balanced approach in mind. But I mean, to be fair, the team that has Darth on it is no longer even really like the same team that was drafted. Ralph, last alive, 1v4, trying to fight, gets the Link gun out. High ping Link absolutely murks him. Man, I can't believe, I think they're playing this on Chicago with a bunch of people that ping terribly. But whatever. U-Shot's mini jumping up. Get this man a tag that says Fantasy Enjoyer, as we are seeing more of it. People are getting a little bit better with making use of the movement mechanics that exist for them. Wasty, for instance, loves using that hammer to get places. Tap hammer quickly. And Coconut Crab's last alive. And 1v4, unlikely he was able to get this round for his team, but his team still has a 2-round advantage. U-Shots, 3.3 PPR, currently leading the way. Coconut, although he's not getting the PPR, he is getting the damage out. I mean, that is a great performance out of him. He needs to keep it up, because apparently Darth is it's a little bit past his bedtime maybe so far, as he's looking a little bit shaky to begin this. And usually SIG is a map that I would expect him to do well on, but I think he's kind of getting saddled with captain duties, unfortunately, late in the season against his will. Don't know exactly what the team dynamic is right now, but rumors are rumors. And as a streamer, this is the media of UT4, so we're going to comment on that. Ralph and Chris in a 2v3, and Ralph trying to get out of dodge. Coconut is just going to push him aggressively, and I mean, Coconut's going to keep pushing. Ralph missing the combo, not exactly what he wanted, ends up going down. 8-5, Hydro Community College taking a somewhat commanding lead for what they are in the where they are at in the match. And U-Shot's getting some good damage out, but taking almost his entire health bar. Any damage he gets here is bonus damage. And with his team up a player, anything he can help them with is going to be really nice. And Chris at Rockets, missing Chris. You know Chris is coming around that corner with the flak. U-Shots reads it well enough. Gets the LG. And almost boot jumps right into his teammate's combo. Ralph, 20, a little over 30 HP in total, goes down 9-5, and this has gone from a close one to a very quick, kind of a blowout, quasi-blowout. 5-round wins are not exactly what you would expect, but hey, that is what we're at right now. U-Shots, once again, that mini goes down to Ralph, and it looks like all of Hydro Community College is crumbling this round, and Ralph is still at those shocks. There's Gabo trying to make him pay. Ralph hitting the chip damage combo, ends up taking him down. Hydro running like a scared little chicken, and the World Star combo attempt comes out, doesn't connect. Hydro stuck in a corner and killed. I can spectate Ralph. I've just been spectating U-Shots because, well, I mean, U-Shot's been lapping the field. Ralph taking some early damage here, and I mean, it's going to be rough for... it looks like... Oh, there, Ralph does get a little bit of combo damage through the window, and Krabs, or Gabo and Krabs collapsing on him, end up taking him down. Darth, last alive, stuck at rockets. This is not good. He needs to get out of here and get into a position where he can get on some people, but the spam damage comes out. Headshot, too little, too late. 10-6. Down goes... I still don't know what to call them. No idea. Team Sub. Sub team. Taken down by Hydro Community College by a score of 6-10. 10-6. Hydro Community College winning. They have 10, of course. 3.3 PPR out of U-Shots. Highest in the hub. 3,500 damage. Also the highest. But his backup, 2.6, 2.5, both did 3K. That is... I mean, that's why the score is that. Like, there was not... Ralph was the only one barely above 3K for Team Sub, and the rest were 2,500 below. You're not going to win a lot of maps when, you know, your second and third players are below the other team's third player in damage. Kills must have been evenly spread for the PPR to be so low, ultimately. Yep, I agree 100%, Wasty. Gabo has a very solid team. No one on the team is a weakness. Everybody is capable, and they're going to work together. I think this also goes the way of Hydro Community College, as it's... I just think Team Sub's a little overmatched. Ralph might be a little bit of an improvement for sure, maybe, just depending on how much Sir has overplayed, not played, but Hobox has done well in a lot of his pugs and matches so far. Like, I think he's probably a little bit more consistent than Ma, but not like, it's not a big downgrade. But I think, you know, those two kind of balance each other out, and the team is just probably... I mean, Chris was underrated, but I don't know. Just feels like the team was a little bit weaker draft night, and has kind of proven that assumption to be correct so far. But who knows? Maybe they turn around, they get this map win. We're about to see 3-2-1 coming in, and you know what? We'll give good old Ralph the first round here. You know, just as a favor to the fans. They wanted to see it, and he's looking the wrong way. Everyone on HCC over by Bio Rockets mini side, and they are going to Ralph trading a headshot, or not trading a headshot, trading an LG sniper shot, whatever you want to say, and he's going to move forward. One downside, Ralph, the way he's going to play this is going to be tending to try and take these long angle fights. Wants to use his hit scan, and I mean, for good reason. His hit scan is very strong. And U-Shots and Gabo, last two alive. Gabo, 80 HP. U-Shots going down. Gabo, last alive. I mean, we'll stick on Ralph here. I don't think Gabo's going to get out of this one. Does end up going down in the 1v4. If he'd gotten a kill, we would have had to swap. But as it stands, it is what it is. U-Shots coming up next. And he is moving across the map. Ends up shooting there. Where is his team? Looks like U-Shots is the most forward player on the map for his team, and he is sitting at low belt. The entirety of Team Sub has been gifted Cheops to play around in. And now backing up, Chris Powell going down. And it looks like even though Team Sub was gifted with the map control, that Hydro Community College, or Hydro Crabs Clan, or Crab Clan, as their indicated name would be, is making him pay for overextending. One thing I have noticed teams have struggled with is when teams are playing very passively. Looks like there's a lot of uncertainty about how to, attack them. I guess it just depends, but as it stands, it's a 1-1 game, and U-Shots and Ralph coming face to face here, and Ralph gonna back off, hits U-Shots with a huge combo. Ralph, what a maneuver! And now Chris Powell, last alive. Did that flak hit? I'm not sure. Looked like it should have, but I didn't hear really any damage. And I mean, we're gonna go on board. We're gonna give Darth around here. We gave U-Shots 2 early ones, so unless things start getting out of control fast, we're gonna move along. And Darth pulling out the stops. Well, shouldn't say pulling out the stops. He would be pulling out the slide. Didn't pull out the slide there. Goes down to Hydro. Ralph and Ma against Hydro and Gabo. And Ma is gonna get cleaned up. And now Ralph, last alive, in a pretty good spot to begin this 1v2 clutch, though. Just needs to be able to connect a few shots here and keep himself up. Had an opportunity, missed it, and now he's getting primary down. Not exactly where you want to be. Just there was a chance there. If he gets rid of Gabo, makes it a 1v1, every opportunity to get that clutch there and get his team tied up. As it stands, we'll go on board. Hydro sliding more than Darth. Using the movement tricks not to get up to the upper lift. Fails, needs to use a piston if he wants to get up. And what am I watching? What am I watching? Hydro gets missing the combo into Ma and then dying to Ma. That was a sequence of play. U-Shots taking care of Ralph. That makes this doable. 12 HP makes this very undoable. Ma taking down U-Shots. 3-2. And that is, I mean, what the doctor ordered. If you are Team Sub, get the kills on the board. Ma, your time to shine. 2 PPR. Pretty, can't hate that. That is, if your last pick could guarantee, 2 PPR, it's usually a pretty good thing in match play. Does seem like people's PPRs tend to deflate from pug performance in matches somewhat. More so on the lower end, I feel like. I just think in match play, the good players are taking it a bit more seriously. U-Shots in the 1v3, and he's got to try and deal with Ralph up his butt, and ends up, he's getting flanked, needs to try and find a kill on somebody. Gets 115 on Ralph, but kills himself in the process. That's where you need the primary, my guy. Flak primary is your friend. As it stands, we've already been on board with Darth. I think we've been on board with Chris. We have not been on board with Coconut, as he is playing this back. He is actually guarding the flank angle, and he's going to have all 4 enemies on him shortly. But they all back off. They had him pinched, and they end up going more towards the rockets. Darth going up top. That is a common place where you will see Darth on this map in Pug, so not surprising. Chris Powell down at the rockets, and somebody at the shot. Ralph. Coconut, you've got to get in here. Go push somebody. Loading up the rockets, unable to connect. 20, a little over 30 HP. Someone up it. I think just not able to look at him. But somebody up at Bio Amp had his back. And now Krabs in the 1v situation, 1v2 situation, taking some damage, goes down. 4-3. Team Sub coming alive here on Sheops. Maybe they just needed a change of scenery, and looks like they are doing a little bit better here. And you know what, we'll go actually on board with Gabo. Gabo getting a snipe in the moment we swap to him. Good luck charm for Gabo, apparently. Missing Ralph with that one, though, and he's gonna... Ooh. Don't know if there was a comm or if that was just a timing guess, but potential there for a big combo just didn't come to fruition. And now Ralph... Gabo got him in the back, was able to get behind him and flank effectively, and Ralph goes down, and Chris follows not long after. 4-4. Tie game. We're heading into the later rounds here, and you know what? We got to go back on board with Mr. Ralph. Hiding in the little alcove up at Flak. Common tactic. I'm glad that, once again, I learned that recently in the year of our Lord, 2024. You know, not exactly the smartest person ever. But, as it stands, Ralph taking down Hydro, and now Gabo right behind Ralph eats a huge combo, trying to go for that pack. Could have maybe gotten out of there immediately, but goes up to Bio, and Ralph boot jumps up. Coconut low flak. Ralph, is he going to collapse, or is he going to go for Gabo? He is hunting Gabo. Gabo, big combo, but does not matter. Ralph takes him down. Krabs goes down right after. 5-4. Team Sub showing us what they're made of. Even if they may be substitutes, they are still all precious metals. Precious, precious, precious. Ralph, I think, might have shot his teammate there. His teammate walked... Is this real life? Like... I shooting a couple teammates, notwithstanding. Ralph now trying to get around and get some shots on enemies instead. Krabs getting 70. That looked like some nice netcode there. 70 more on Hydro, and Krabs in the firing line could potentially go down. Ralph playing this upper top area of Cheops really well. And he is last alive, though, and somebody booted jumped up, and he's able to avoid the rocket somehow, some way. Hydro could go down. 14 HP. This is winnable. Both players die to a snipe, but he does die to one of those primary links. Needs to hit a sniper shot right off the rip to take down Hydro. Hydro emptying the minigun. Krabs trying to get there. Krabs able to get the kill under Ralph. Ralph unable to clutch. Don't know if he had any... Didn't see if he had any LG ammo left. He was going with shock, probably to try and keep Hydro's minigun off of him. If Hydro kept trying to come around the corner. Didn't turn out well for him. Ralph unable to clutch it, but it is 5-5. It's still anybody's game. Best of 9 to the finish line. And Team Sub starting off with a kill. They are one man up in this round, and U-Shots and Chris Power going at it in a flak battle. That is what you want if you are Team Sub. Chris Power in a flak battle is something you would take against any player. Man is lethal. And Krabs last alive. Hydro Community College losing round 1 of the best of 9 to finish this map up. Hey. Is what it is. Coconut getting right in. Chris, great swap to flak. That's fast. Man has good instincts. And looks like, you know, everyone is kind of bouncing off. Oh, that combo was, if it was a second later, Darth would have exploded. U-Shots had such a great sense of timing there, just unable to get the final connection in. But Darth able to take him down, and it is Coconut and Gabo against the world here. 2v4. Gonna be tough. Chris is low. Chris can be taken out, but Ralph, not the guy you want to be seeing in your face when you are trying to win this. And Darth just gets right in on Gabo too. And Gabo taken down. And Team Sub has a 2-round lead going into the end of this game. That is going to be absolutely huge. What up? I mean, they're putting on a tremendous performance, being down effectively 2 players and using substitutes. I mean, gutsy. Like, isn't something they found out immediately either. And Hydro has a couple people right in his face. Oh, that combo could have been huge. Hydro, you just needed to blow it up. He's shooting rockets, trying to get some damage out. Does make Darth suffer, but Darth getting out of there. And 3v3 now. And jumps right down into Chris Powell's flak, but Hydro able to get the kill, able to get the double kill. Can he get the third? Can he get the last? It is Ma. Ma is hurt. Ma goes down 2 U shots, taken down, and Hydro Crab Clan able to get a round back, make it 7-6. Still in favor of Team Sub, but you know what? Who is winning? Hydro. Okay. Why they're humping each other at the minigun. Like, spread out at least. Like, cover some different angles, my guys. As it stands, headshot onto Darth. Darth getting absolutely hydroed. There is a can of Rockstar for the working man. And Hydro goes down, but Ma is, or not Hydro doesn't go down. Darth goes down. But Ma makes that, you know, painful for Hydro. But it is now Ralph and Chris Powell in a 2v4. And Hydro shooting the spam rockets, takes down Ralph. Chris Powell last alive. He's hiding over at flak. And, I mean, it's his favorite gun, favorite position on the map probably, right? It's gotta be. I see how those two things are completely equated all the time. Goes down 7-7. Hydro Community College staging a comeback. What a match. They are proving that they belong right now, and they are crushing it. And we're gonna go on board Ralph. He is the highest one on his team, 3.4. He is carrying them. And they are currently trapped in a bad spot. Krabs taking down Darth, and the combo a little bit too late to help his teammate there. And after going up 7-5, it is looking like Hydro Community College is going to come back to take the lead 8-5, and Team Sub is going to lose their early advantage in the second half of this map. And now 2 more rounds to go for Hydro Community College, as they only have, you know, their path to victory is a little bit shorter. But we go on board back with Hydro, who's still leading 3.2 PPR. I mean, this is a map I would say if you are trying to play against Hydro, do not let them play this map. Do not get it voted. Hydro is more effective here than he is at any other map by a long shot. I think the downside is probably Team Sub. This is probably their most comfortable map, all things considered. Got a netcode kill as trades happen. Hydro is quite strong and healthy compared to Krabs, who does end up going down. Now it is a 2-on-1. Chris Powell is low. Ralph is not as low. And Hydro getting out the link gun and runs right into Chris. Cannot take him down. And, I mean, he's going to get double teamed eventually. Ralph, huge combo. Taste the rainbow. Hell yeah. Takes him down. Ralph ties us up. Team Sub. Hydro telling himself to breathe. What a little scamp. Just don't look at any of his food concoctions. Ralph. I mean, he's been carrying this team so far. Team Sub would be nowhere without this man. 70 into Hydro. Turns around, great time, prevents U-shots from getting in, and 135 just 5 taps him. U-shots going down like he's a noob. He's an absolute noob. Ralph just makes him look silly. Shock taping OP. Does anyone else think? And now finding into Gabo. Why would you put the shock away? You just 5-tapped a man. LG is meaningless when you can do that. Gabo now in Ralph's crosshairs, going down, and Krabs, he has got a 1v3. We're going to stay on. Ralph might be able to finish him up here. He gets an early 45, and Doesn't connect yet. Does finally. This man missing every LG. Every LG. Hits every shock primary. Like, you can't write this. He hits that LG, but he also does take some damage. And U-Shots, though, getting hit with 2. Oof. U-Shot's getting the worst end of that trade. He has 10 HP. He's got hit with 3. He is minigunnable. Don't know if anyone can call that. Don't know how clear Ralph's English would be in saying, hey, I domed him twice. 140. 100. Something like, I don't know. I don't know Spanish. Fantasy, I apologize. I've been all Spanish speakers. I've butchered your language. I love you. All of you. And 10-8. Wow. Where are my manners? I got stuck talking about Ralph hitting 1,000,000 shock primaries and missing 1,000,000 LGs, and Team Sub just comes back, wins 3 rounds off the rip. I said somebody was going to win 3 rounds off the rip to get a comeback, and they did it here. 3 rounds off the rip. Team Sub taking a map. What a game. Hydro's near 3 PPR performance goes for naught. U-Shots. Pretty uncharacteristic of him. 2.4. Not what we'd expect. 5 and 14. Definitely struggling against I don't know. Just it's wild that you know, I mean, Team Sub, for being a hodgepodge that probably has not played a single map together, doing pretty well. Doing pretty well. And we have the ready-ups. We are going into a final map 3 quest for all the marbles in this match. Can Team Sub take a match victory, or will Hydro Community College keep their kind of streak alive? I don't think they have many losses on their resume. They are quite a strong team, and keep Team Sub winless. Didn't see who we were on, and they keep zooming in. It is Ma. We're going to go to Ralph. Ralph already taken a little bit of damage, but he could trade this back. This should be a pretty strong map for Ralph. Ralph gonna do the do work on this one, and it is Ralph and Darth in the odd man situation here, and U-Shots and Darth once again trading each other kills. The second time we've seen that happen in like the last 5 rounds of gameplay. Absolutely fantastic stuff out of them. And I mean, Ralph trying to make do with 20 HP. He's just trapped in a corner though. Goes down, unable to take a 1v1 against somebody and get some health out, and taken down. And now we're going to go on board with a U-Shots, Unreal Shots. Hydro currently leading, but U-Shots I don't think was too far behind. And I mean, he's doing the work here. And U-Shots getting in on Darth. Eats a huge combo. Darth sticks with it, even though he was getting tinked with the primaries, and U-Shots goes down. And it is now up to Krabs and Hydro. One of these players you want in this situation, and the other one you don't want. And Krabs is the one you want. I'm going to say this, like, both of them are fine. I would take both of them capability to win rounds. But, just, you know, gotta dig at Hydra a little bit. Darth, shooting some stombos. Big, meaty stombos. Absolutely moving forward. Gonna do some big work here. I mean, his flanks are, like, just a little bit too slow. He's, like, constantly getting to the position a little bit later than everyone else is. Hydro. Don't do it to him, Hydro. Don't do it to him. Oh, my word, Hydro. Mini jumps up and just eviscerates Darth's health bar. Night, Darth. Have fun with that one. Eat it. I've already been on Ralph. I'm gonna go on board with Chris Power. Feel the power. Feel the rhythm. Feel the rhyme. Get on up. It's bobsled time. Cool runnings. Great movie. But as it stands, Chris Power in the connector area. Huge combo onto Gabo. Gabo taking a lot of damage. That one hurt. And we've got, Chris Powell's trying to chase down Gabo. He knows he's low. Takes him down. Gives him a little kneel of respect. Wasn't a teabag. Only did it once. Ma taking down UT4. And 2-2. Team Sub taking it to the, taking it to him. Ma, let's see what Ma's got here. Early rounds mattering a lot here as these teams are both trying to find themselves. This is a decisive map 3. Team Sub seeming to come alive. Playing a couple maps that I think do suit them well. If they get to play, if they continue on with this configuration, Quest is probably a map that they would do well at, and we would definitely, would be dangerous. Ralph, 1v4. Had 2 people low, just couldn't find him, stuck in a wrong spot. Goes down. Hydro Community College. And that is, they're doing well. They're doing work. We've been on Ralph before. We've not actually been on Hydro. Huge combo on Ralph. Ralph walks into that one. Unfortunate if you are a Ralph truther. Darth eating a lot of damage. Hydro getting the work done. Chris and Ralph, last 2 alive, both very low. Ralph gonna be hiding for his life here. Hydro coming in with the link gun, and Ralph is getting chased down, goes down. 2-4. Hydro Community College taking the 2-round lead. That is what the doctor ordered for them. They need to get those rounds on the board. We'll go on board Krabs. Show us. Hits a snipe off the rip. Weapon unlock. Just fire it, baby. Takes a shot. Hits a shot. And a lot of players here. No one really hurt that much yet. Ma looking like the lowest, but Ma going aggressive at Shockbridge and goes down to Krabs. Krabs just waiting to receive her with the shock. And fights are going on around the map. Ralph going to run right into Hydro here. Hydro gets out the flak. Hydro unable to connect the second one. Don't know what he was looking at, but it is now Darth and Ralph against 3, and now just Darth. Darth does survive a primary. It is not looking good for him, though, and Hydro takes a snipe. Hydro jumps a little bit short. UT4, good combo, good core placement. Darth, nowhere to go, goes down. And 5-2. Hydro Crab's clan coming a bit alive here. Gabo, seeming like he is doing... we've only got a couple rounds with the captain. He drafted the stud players that get the screen time, but he is a very no slouch himself. Gabo is definitely a very solid player and deserves the rounds he gets. Although this one, Ralph is Ralph and Ma already in the 2v4. Gabo across the map, just not where the action was. Goes down, and 6-2. Hydro Community College is starting to run away with this one. We're going to go on board. Who is currently leading for them? UT4 is going unreal right now. He is crushing it. 4.0 plus PPR. The dude is a machine. He's more machine than I am now. Oh my god, UT4. Somebody just got evaporated. Team effort, but Jesus. 170 spike from UT4, the rocket and LG right in the face. Ralph alone, and he is running for his life. He is 22 HP, goes down. Krabs takes him out, and 7-2. This was 2-2 not too long ago. 5 straight rounds that Hydro Crab Clan, also known as Hydro Community College, because it's just easier and more fun to say. I'm just saying that. UT4's going huge. And they have just put 5 rounds in a row onto Team Sub, and Team Sub is feeling the burn. Well, actually feeling the itch, I should say. Krabs, known to cause itch. UT4's on a rampage, gets the double kill. He is Whoa, baby. U-Shots, 4.1 PPR. He is fully operational battle station. And Team Sub is Alderaan. I mean, what more can I say? Chris Powell, although U-Shots and Chris... Thank God someone was there to help U-Shots, because Chris Powell's flak dangerous, and U-Shots was about to feel the wrath of Chris, and instead, like, gets saved 1v2, and it is looking like Darth taking out the low target. This is very winnable. Crabs now down to 1. Great combo out of Darth. Darth getting Team Sub back on the board. Dark Horse out of Darth. What a clutch. I mean, if the comeback is going to start anywhere, it needs to start there. Darth, that is not how you make that dodge. Do some bunny tracks, sir. Please. Ma going down. Darth shooting U-Shots in the back. Shooting Gabo in the face. Shooting Gabo again in the face. Shooting Crabs in the face. Missing that shot, but getting the flank. Nice little flak out of Darth there. I mean, it didn't hit anything, but I like the idea. I like the movement. Shooting Hydro in the face. Darth, an equal opportunity face shooter, but now he's kind of in a bad spot. Getting the flat cannon out. Crabs getting shot in the back. Crabs getting shot again. Hydro getting shot again. Darth is coming alive. Darth. Gonna make a Darth. I am your father. Well, that was pretty poor. If you have a lack of faith in my Darth Vader impersonation skills, you would be right. And I mean, we're going to stick on Darth here. Darth is clutching for his team. Darth dies, though, and now this is looking hard. Ralph needs to pull a Darth and get his big boy clutch pants on. That direct rocket from Hydro isn't going to help the matter, as he is getting hurt. He is getting chased down, and Ralph, he has 100 HP. He is stuck low red. They're not using finishing guns. They are going for that LG overkill damage for the PPR. And last round here for... It is now or never for Team Sub. You win 6 straight, or you go home holding the L. And Hydro Community College looking like they're going to take this. I mean, it is hard to win 6 in a row, especially when U-Shots is playing as well as he has been. Although he is shooting at his own teammates there, not at the enemy. Does get Ma 70 damage out. Ralph low. Ralph gonna go down there. There's no way Ralph survives. Does end up drop. Ralph still alive. How? How does he just make it out of there? He does, though, and it is U-Shots and Hydro in a 2v3. Very winnable. Darth and Ma both low. U-Shots unable to connect. Ma still alive. It is a 1v2. Both players low. Chris somehow, he got the HP and allowed him to survive. Gets taken down. U-Shots able to get it. He needs one more shot. Ma needs a bunch of shots. Ma needs to hit like a big combo, or U-Shots. Too clean, too clutch. Takes down. Takes down Ma. 10-4. Started off strong. A Cheops win to put it to a 1-1 deciding third map. And Hydro Crab Clan able to just take map 3 convincing fashion. 10-4. Performance that we would expect out of them. Really, I mean, a good job, all things considered. They did what they needed to do, took care of business, and you know what? Second time tonight. Take care of yourselves. Have a good weekend if you're traveling. Have safe travel. If you're seeing family, stay sane. You know, stay safe. Watch yourselves. Take care of yourselves. And until next time, have a good one. Take care, all.